please state and spell your first and last name?
Sabrina Hernandez, SabrinaHernandez.
Ms. Hernandez, how were you related to Trinidad Hernandez?
She was my mother,
And Miley Cruz?
my daughter.
How old was Miley Cruz at the time of her passing?
She was 11.
Marvin Cruz?
My son,
And how old was he at the time of his passing?
9 years old.
And Ana Yari Hernandez?
My daughter,
And how old was she?
she was 1.
And what would you like to tell the court, ma'am?
You know, I sit here and I listen to people say they understand and they lost their mom, and you don't understand. There's absolutely no human experience that replicates the pain of a mother losing a child, and I lost 3. So when you sit here and say you understand, and you talk about we're struggling and he's struggling and survival, and it doesn't even amount to the struggling that my family has to deal with. This man lived a full life that my children will never get to live. And so it makes me sick to sit here and hear stuff like that. My children were robbed of their life. I'll never dance with my son at his wedding. I'll never sit there and watch my daughter do cheerleading. The day before they passed away, I took my daughter for a physical. She was supposed to start cheerleading. I will miss out on every experience a parent should not have to miss out on. They should have been burying me, not the other way around. And so I'm angry. I'm angry that I'm sitting here and listening to the sob stories about health and this and that and the third, and it's just completely missing the point, missing the whole point. And when someone does something wrong, it doesn't matter if their health is good or bad. You still did something wrong, and justice still needs to be served. And I just pray that the Lord, forget the court, that the Lord takes pity on this person who still, Mr. Ferguson still has not taken accountability. And that's so cowardly. I'm sorry to say it, but it is extremely cowardly that a man of his age, of his experience in life, can't stand up and say, you know what, I screwed up, I gave him the keys, and this is why I'm here, this is the consequences. And it hurts. It hurts that I have to wake up every day, every single day, without my children or my mother. I just had a baby 7 months ago. He'll never meet his grandmother. He'll never meet his siblings. And it's just, there's no words. There is no words that could describe what my life has been like as their mother, and my family, and what the rest of our lives will be, because every day there's reminders that they're gone. I went from a house full of children to just sitting in the silence. That is, sometimes silence is so loud. And the tears and the tears and the tears that I just see up here, it's just ridiculous. This man is still alive. Your guy's family is still alive. If you want to hug him, you can hug him. Guess what? If I want to hug my children, I have to hug a vase full of a pile of ashes that sit in my damn living room. I'll never smell them again. I'll never hear their voice again. I'll never be able to lay eyes on them again until the Lord takes me. And so I take no pity on this man. Am I sorry that he's sick? I am. And I pray that the Lord comforts him in his bad health. I truly do. And I pray that the Lord takes pity on this man, because it's a pathetic excuse for a man to sit here with your head down and can't even take accountability. That is all, Your Honor.